Hello and welcome to the Go Auto Arena here in St. Albert, Alberta, Canada for tonight's matchup between the St. Albert Slash in the navy and yellow sweaters and the Rocky Mountain Raiders rocking the Dallas Stars-esque jerseys, those beautiful green and whites. My name is Wyatt Ziegler. I'm your color man tonight. Rob Zitlow is our director. Alex Testowich is on the replays. Donovan Ekstrom is my color guy, bringing him in a second. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast that we're excited to bring to you as puck drop comes. And now, Donovan, these teams last tune-up before the playoffs is the next time these teams can see each other. What are you expecting out of this game tonight?
Well, it's going to be certainly a lot better than the last time they played January 4th after that long Christmas break. I think both teams are trying to get back less than 20 shots for both sides. I expect a pretty solid playoff environment. I think you're going to start to see teams really going into that mindset. You don't want to start to get a little lackadaisical. And both teams, right at the top of the AFHL. So
these two teams have met six times now. St. Albert Slash 5-0 this year. The Rocky Mountain Raiders did take them all the way to Shootout at home. That's the closest the Slash have come to losing at home in almost 2 years now. So it'll be an exciting matchup tonight. We'll see how Rocky Mountain matches the tempo and pace of this St. Albert squad as Brzezowski carries that puck in. McDonald into support's going to flip that one below the goal line. St. Albert making a line change. Bogdan out there now for the Slash. Bogdan tried to go to the point, was looking for Goodwin. Comes across to Ross, who lets one go. Looking for the tip on the stick of Goodwin there. Does not find its way to the net. Scurfield to clear ahead to Benko. Benko moving in against Ross. Lets one go, and that one is blocked. Lead feed for Grinnell is slapped back into the Slash zone, and they're going to have to reset. It's Bogdan. Cross to Meffam. Meffam looks up, gets it on the stick of Grinnell, who got behind the Rocky Mountain defense, absorbs a hit there from Williams, and Goodwin is going to try to pound that puck lower into the zone. Bogdan doesn't. She's going for a change. Santos. Lead feed from McKibben. Couldn't handle that pass cleanly. Natalie Keyser in there to keep it in, but short-lived as the Raiders get it clear, but that's going to come all the way back down for an icing. Minute 30 into this one, our first stoppage of play, Donovan.
Yeah, it's a pretty jittery back and forth. Both teams having difficulties getting the puck movement in the zones. A lot of neutral zone plays so far, but we'll expect that to start to open up once everybody gets the skates back under them.
Starting goaltender tonight for the Rocky Mountain Raiders is Allie Kieran, a 174 goals against the average and a .94 save percentage, 8-2 record, and looking to move out of their zone. They've been trapped in there ever since the face-off. Good minute of possession here now for the Slash. Hall facing some pressure there from Wiltshire, able to get it off, and now it's Ross. Ross, dangerous pass there, nearly picked off by Hobbs. Hobbs, Wiltshire, and Clauston out there for the Rocky Mountain Raiders offensively. Krausen with the pick there, but comes right back the other way. Allie Reich slashing and dashing her way into the Rocky Mountain zone. Santos nearly gives that one up right in front of her goaltender. Meffam holds the line. Reich doing her part as well, but it comes out to Wiltshire, who will get that clear, but it's picked off by Reich at the blue line. Sent back in, and both teams will make changes. Elliott, that puck poked off her stick. Reich still out there for the Slash, has it, takes a shot, and a save there by Kieran.
Finally, the first shot in the game so far, and it's really had that feel to it. Very back and forth. Both going. We'll see if St. Albert can keep that up.
Last time these two teams met was November the 9th. That was a 2-1 victory for the Slash. These teams played each other 5 times in the first 2 months of the season, haven't seen each other since, and now we're in February. Borbandi. Shot by Trotter. Had Benko in front providing the screen. Another shot comes in, and that one does not reach Maltese either. Schroeder coming the other way. The McEwen commit. Brzezowski in front, got a stick on it, but Kieran once again sharp in net, makes that save for the Raiders.
Yeah, it's that aggressive play that you're
That'll be tied up and eventually won by the slash out to the point for Ross. Ross tried to let one go. That one blocked by McKibben at the line, and Ross has to skate back in her own zone to control that one. Turns it over to McKibben in front, leaves that one as shot comes in just wide by Matthews. Abby Borbani at the line, over to Elliott, lets one go through traffic and it's in! Well, I believe Kaylee Clausen got a stick on that in front of Maltese, changed direction.
Not just throw it on net right away. Let's reestablish that zone pressure, and an excellent shot from the point. And yeah, Clausen with a little bit of a deflection on there.
Clausen gets her 4th of the year. Put her up to 10 points now on the season. That puck rimmed around Rocky Mountain with their first lead of the night. They got 2 shots on net. One of them's a goal. Pisani ahead to Boucher. Boucher in a battle against Borbandi loses that one, but Keyser following up is able to flip that into the Rocky Mountain zone. Cadu picks that one. They'll give the goal to Jocelyn Elliott for now, but I think if we go to the video replay, we might have to change that one after the game. Brzozowski ahead to Boucher. Walks in late and takes that shot after the whistle.
Oh, more practice here. Yeah, well, look here once again at this Tim Hortons Jenkins family replay. Shot from the point. Ooh, it might have actually gone off of a slash player. It's kind of tough to see there. It's a little bit of the little magic when there's 3 bodies right in front perfectly aligned where the camera is, and it just kind of loses it in that crowd. So
we'll give the goal to Jocelyn Elliott then. That'll be her 3rd of the year. 8 points now for her. Meffam throws that in. Santos gets to it first. Raiders looking to make a play out of their own zone with Bogdan. Good job to pick that puck right off the stick, and now St. Albert coming another way. Ross ahead to Kelsey Hall. Kelsey Hall, 3 goals in 5 games against the Raiders this year. Ross looking. Hall gets that puck off a change, but that one goes off the boards, never got a touch on it, so it's going to come all the way back to an icing with 14:36 left here to play in the first period.
Yeah, really good, even battle going on here. It's not usually the usual slash style of the heavy forecheck. Rocky Mountain doing a really solid job of not panicking when you're starting to feel that overwhelmingness. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how St. Albert bounces back.
Benko from the circle lets one go. Leading scorer for the Raiders. She's got 11 goals this year. That centering feed just missed her. Lisi's absorbs a hit there and makes a play up ahead. Kyra McDonald pokes that one out of the zone, and Sydney Trotter is going to go back to grab that for the Raiders. Ahead to Kaya Borbani, who leads the league in assists with 13. Cross to Abby. Back over to Trotter, who's just going to send that one in. Maltese will settle it down out of her net. Turns that puck over. Benko, the last player on the Raiders you want to turn that puck over to, as it squeaks out to Elliott. Got herself a goal this game, but could not pull the trigger that time. Kyra McDonald. Lost the handle on the puck, waiting for line mates to change. She's going to send that one in. Jocelyn Elliott's going to get there first for the Raiders. Leaves it for Santos. Ahead to McKibben. And the Raiders will get it clear. Callie McDonald now with it. Ahead to Bogdan. Ross. Touched in by Grinnell. That'll wave off the icing. It'll come into the goaltender, Kieran, who will take the whistle here wisely, and that faceoff will come in the Raiders' defensive zone.
Yeah, great. As mentioned, it's been a great work from the Raiders as we see one of the great opportunities shot right from the point, or from the high slot, just over Maltese's shoulder. But yeah, they're getting the traffic in front of Maltese. It's not an easy night so far for Maltese, and honestly, either goalie really. They're really getting some of those challenges there. Just pucks aren't hitting the net.
The last player on the Raiders, too, you want to get hot is that Sydney Benko. She's got a couple of opportunities so far in this game, and see if she can continue to ride the hot hand later into this one. Ross, across to Callie McDonald. Grinnell gets a tip on it. It's going to go back into the Raiders zone. Abby Borbandi getting there first, but she's followed by Jenna Goodwin. Gives it up to Williams. Ingram turns that puck over to Pisani. Pisani up the boards now, touched in, but before the line, not come back for an icing against the Slash, and passing hasn't been the Slash's forte so far to start this game.
Yeah, a lot of turnovers, a lot of, it just seems like a little, trepidation is a good way of thinking about it. Like just a little behind and not thinking ahead, and it's a sort of, that's kind of biting them right now, and we'll see if they can get through that, but great work in Rocky Mountain slowing this game down too. They're not going to have any issues with these icings.
Face-off tied up there. Elliott lets another one go. Hard shot from Elliott. She's already got one tonight, looking for a second. Petimsan spun herself around there. Lifts it backhand below the goal line. Ingram takes a look, goes up to Trotter. Trotter lets one go, tip there, and on the doorstep was Asha Cayley. Couldn't pull the trigger. Rocky Mountain with the decidedly better scoring chances to start this one. Stretch pass for Boucher, cut off there by Ingram. Stopped a great scoring chance and give Rocky Mountain the advantage in that category to start this one as they go offside with just under 12 minutes left to play.
Yeah, Kaylee Depp, the puck just like inches above her, above her stick on that opportunity here. So we look at that replay one more time. Just about a fraction of an inch off Maltese. Thankfully, hey, finally a bounce kind of going St. Albert's way for what seems like the first time tonight.
Face-off tied up, eventually won by the Raiders. Claire Hobbs moving and makes a little move there around Ross, but lost a handle. Wiltshire takes a tumble. Hobbs comes in to help out. Krausen as well there, digging for that puck, but it comes free to St. Albert's Ross. Tried to bank that one off the boards to herself. Santos read that play perfectly, and now St. Albert, once again, they're going to regroup in their own zone. Lisi's. Touched ahead to Hall. Tips that one into the zone, and once again, St. Albert is going to have another defensive zone draw here, and the Raiders have done a pretty good job of winning the face-off in St. Albert's defensive zone and getting a quality chance on net as a result.
Yeah, I think that's been pretty much this entire game. I think they've won almost all of the face-offs when they've had the opportunity, and get a quick shot on bodies in front there. They're doing a really solid job.
Hustle line out there for St. Albert as Benko almost gets another one off that draw. Centering feed comes right to her, and Maltese quick to get a glove on that one. Some danger in front of her crease.
Yeah, this has not been an easy time here for Maltese. And yeah, Benko right on the doorstep. And once again, a face-off draw that they won. A little bit of issues maintaining that possession, but getting it right back. Like, they're fighting for the puck really, really well.
Scurfield tonight as well, I noticed playing as a forward instead of a defender, usually on the back end for the Raiders. She got 2 goals and 3 assists on the season as well as 40 penalty minutes, but she's getting some top-line looks with Benko and Kaya Borbandi to start this game.
Yeah, and it's working. It's working quite well. Yeah, the top players and still on the ice. They're going to keep this going, keep that momentum.
Clauston in the draw against Schroeder. Face-off one there by the Slash. Callie McDonald dropped that one to no one. Genesee Williams in there to pick it up. Elliott at the point touches that one a little lower into the zone, but St. Albert's going to skate away with it. McDonald lost the handle. Clauston brings it right back in. Pisani took a fall. Rebound was out there for Matthews, but couldn't reach it. Cleared away by Brzezowski. Goal-saving play there, and Jocelyn Elliott throws the body on Schroeder at the end of the play. And we're going to get this game's first power play nearly halfway into the first period. St. Albert is going to go a lady up.
Yeah, this is, I think, definitely a break that the St. Albert Slash have been needing. They've been this entire game right on their on the heels, and yeah, right there, Matthews all alone there, and thankfully a good clear from the Slash, but then that big body on this might be a good a good opportunity here for St. Albert Slash to finally start, hey, let's get back into that cycle. Let's just get some passes going. We can get this back.
And for Jocelyn Elliott, she is heads above the rest as far as the stature goes, so I don't think she's going to be getting away with many calls there in tight. That puck just crosses the line. Pisani unable to hold, so we'll get a face-off on the Rocky Mountain blue line now. 11 seconds gone from this power play. And Mabel Maltese, we saw her have a big save on that last play as well. Kicks that rebound out pretty far again. That's the second time tonight that she's kicked out a rebound into a dangerous area. Going to have to settle that down moving forward. Grinnell had trouble handling that pass. Ross over to Goodwin. She got Benko watching her. Goodwin moving in, beats Kaya Borbani into the zone. Shielding the puck, leaves it for Ross. Ross, D-to-D to Pisani. Pisani, back up top to Ross. Gives it to Bogdan. Bogdan looking for a stick, backdoor. What a save by Kieran on Pisani. Gets the right pad down and shuts the door.
Yeah, we're going to be seeing some picture-perfect passing finally in the offensive zone, and yeah, couldn't place it any better, except there was a wonderful goalie pad in the way there. Absolutely phenomenal.
St. Albert, their first quality scoring chance of the game, comes on the power play, but Allie Kieran providing even better goaltending keeps this a 1-0 game for the Raiders. Reich tried to center that one for Rhodes. Another shot comes in from Pisani. Rebound and again swallowed up by Kieran.
Yeah, all the Raiders are standing around thinking that Kieran had it, did not, and swooping in the Slash are, but still keeping this game alive. This 1-0 lead here on this power play. Yeah, great work. Fighting for the puck. All the Raiders standing around thinking, it's covered, but it was not.
Ross holding for St. Albert. Gives it to Pisani. Back to Ross. Over to Pisani. D-to-D, both defensemen playing keep away. Reich walks in, lets that one go through a screen, and a good save there by Kieran. Had to be sharp, almost dropped into the butterfly, and it might have cost her.
Yeah, no, it's always an impressive thing to see. Yeah, exactly. Dropping into that, it's over your shoulder, and now this game's tied up, and all that momentum's gone. But hey, Allie Kieran really doing something here right now.
Allie Kieran saying Allie Reich, there can only be one. We'll get a redo on the face-off here. 40 seconds left to go on the power play for St. Albert. Looking to get things tied up here at the halfway mark of the first period. Matthews with some speed beat Ross out to that puck. Great job to shield it away, and Ross does force it out to center. Goodwin's pass, bobbled. Goodwin fighting for that puck still. Trotter turns it over to Grinnell. Goodwin looking to the point, picked off by Clouston, and didn't get a lot on that backhand, but enough to leave the zone. 10 seconds left on the power play. Grinnell, left circle, walking in, doesn't take the shot. Abby Borbandi, great stick in front to break up that play. Keyser couldn't hold the zone. Elliott out of the box, back to 5-on-5 for the Raiders. Hobbs had to wait for the change to touch that one up, avoids the too many men penalty. Keyser over to Meffam. Lisi's. Feed up the middle to Bogdan, couldn't handle that one cleanly. It was bobbled at the line, and now Hobbs going to punch it back in for the Raiders. Meffam looks ahead, pass for Cadu, just out of reach. Boucher's going to skate with it, though. Boucher trying to make a cut around Santos, going to have to take the long way around the net. Boucher, feed to Keyser. Keyser has her pocket picked by Krausen. Couldn't clear, though, held in by Pisani. Bobbling puck, almost batted out of the air with a high stick, but St. Albert lays off to the point for Callie McDonald. Down to Keyser. Cadu picking up that loose puck, but two Raiders right in the lane, and now Hobbs is going to skate the other way. Hobbs picks up her own rebound, and now she's pushed away from it. Pisani battle against Kaya Borbandi. Turn over to Benko in the slot. Benko created some space, tried to go on the glove side, and just missed wide. Benko Backhand feed out to Scurfield. That one interrupted by McDonald. Pisani up ahead for Cadu. Cadu, great effort there to get that puck out of the zone. Scurfield coming back with it, gets over to Benko. McDonald holding that line tight. Flips it ahead to Brzezowski. Brzezowski moving in on the right side. Abby Warbandy's there to provide a great stick. McDonald almost with a chance in the slot, but she spun around and 2-on-2 the other way. Benko working against Meffam. Drops that one for Kyle Warbandy. Lets it go and a save there by Maltese.
Yeah, this is a really interesting way. Usually when we see teams do quite well against the slash, there's a lot of slowing the game down, but Rocky Mountain doing both right now. As we see Benko, that great chance, but just wide of the glove side there. And once again, a lot of these opportunities flying through. Maltese making a save, trying to calm things down, but Rocky Mountain's buzzing.
Sweet release from Benko. That's going to be hard to pick up as a goaltender. Pedham Sand. Pass back to Williams is intercepted. Kelsey Hall now skating away with it. She got Reich with her. Hall lets that one go off the post. Can't come much closer than that for Kelsey Hall. Looking for her 4th goal against the Raiders this year. Hall on the puck. Tried to leave that one for center, but Allie Reich had took in a spill and she wasn't in the right spot.
Yeah, it's been kind of the game so far. The bounce is not going their way.
Reich cutting to the middle, just turns that one over. And bit of a line swap as well from Dan Ockenberg, sending Reich, Hall, and Goodwin out there together. Williams blocks that one over to Trotter. Clouston pokes that one ahead, but Pisani even better stick, and now Kyra McDonald come the other way. Cuts into the slot, lets one go, and Kieran, another save, that one right in the breadbasket.
Yeah, and staying strong, not dropping into that butterfly right away. It's really good confidence and trust that, hey, I can stop it. And yeah, a couple of right off of the post. That's been the kind of the way this game has been going here for them. It's been so close, but yet so far.
Bounces advantage, Rocky Mountain. Shots on goal, 7-6 for the Slash, but it's the Raiders who have the lead, courtesy of Jocelyn Elliott's 3rd of the campaign. Pisani looking for a stick in front, gets it from Schroeder, but it's tipped wide. Brzezowski working below the goal line. Clouston separates her from the puck. Schroeder to the point for Lises. Lises lets that one go, but it's blocked. Clouston lost in her feet, and Schroeder turns it right back over, but that will be an offside, as they'll say Schroeder played it back into the zone herself.
Yeah, this has been kind of the way that this game has been. When they slow it down, it goes well, and when they speed it up, it goes well. It's pretty tough here, and yeah, Dan Ockenberg trying. Hey, let's start getting some different lines out and see what we can do here. Throw it in the blender.
And with under 5 minutes left to go here in the period, it's time for the Arizona Missions part of the segment. If you are watching at home, you have a loved one in attendance, and myself or Donovan have been mispronouncing your daughter's name, please tell your family to come up to the broadcast booth, and we'll sort things out as we have a great save there from Kieran. Rocky Mountain looking to move that one ahead to Hobbs, but it's picked by Goodwin. Goodwin trying to make a cut towards the net, but Abby Warbandy with a heavy stick is all over her. Trotter up the other side is going to bank one, but they get a stoppage in play here as the net is pushed off of its moorings, and that net is famous for that.
Yeah, I was about to say, that seems to be, that always happens there, at least 3 times, but yeah, we see there, great leg save and puck out, but once again, it's like the Raiders are just like a step ahead at puck clearing. They're not afraid to get on top of those loose pucks, and it seems, yeah, like the Slash are almost like a second behind.
Rocky Mountain with some big defenders. Elliott in front has a long stick, as well as Trotter, who had just cleared the puck on that last play. Pisani banks that one off the boards. Great job by Cadu to break up that chance. Keyser tried to get a little fancy there, ends up turning the puck over. 2 Slash facing the wrong way, and now Scurfield a chance to put it in the zone, but she's going to circle back. That pass for Santos. She has to pick it back up in her own zone. Dangerous now. She turns it over to Keyser. Keyser doing some work this shift. Cadu with a shot on net. Boucher providing the screen in front. I think she got a tip on it. Benko trying to bank that one ahead. Top line for Rocky Mountain, hemmed in their own zone. Penalty upcoming to the Raiders now. That'll be St. Albert's second power play opportunity the other night. This one body checking. That'll be going against Genesee Williams.
Yeah, as we look here at the Jenkins family Tim Hortons replay, lines are up. Yeah, that's pretty much a body check is what you're going to see there. And yeah, that's the one thing with this Rocky Mountain squad. Their defense, a lot of highly penalized squad.
3 members of the defense sitting over 40 penalty minutes on the season. Genesee Williams, not one of them, but she's in the box now. Ross over to Pisani. Back to Ross. Reich moving in, looking for a lane, tried to go backdoor to Pisani. Second time we've seen that play tonight. That time just a little too far ahead of the play was Pisani. Pisani over to Ross. Reich from the right circle, couldn't handle that pass, tried to make a cut, but Rocky Mountain is going to send that puck all the way down. They're going to make some changes. Maltese stops that up. Clouston looking at Pisani. Ross avoids Clouston, and she's going to reset now, moving behind her own net. Minute 5 left to go on the power play for St. Albert. Pisani. Pass ahead for Hall. Tried to leave it there for Reich, but it's Clouston who picked it up. Clouston trying to muscle her way through Ross, but the double team from Reich steals that puck away. Pass ahead to Rhodes is picked off by Trotter this time. St. Albert having some troubles getting reestablished in that Rocky Mountain zone. Reich back to Pisani. Over to Ross. Pisani, 3 to 4 passes just to get out of their own zone. Raiders are doing a tremendous job on the penalty kills so far.
Yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal. They're almost reading the passes right away. They're attacking the puck carrier. They're doing everything right.
St. Albert gripping the stick maybe a little too tight here. As Bogdan's going to take another lap. The Raiders have killed nearly a minute of this penalty in the St. Albert zone as Ross once again. That pass would have been intercepted if not for Grinnell tipping it over to Goodwin. Goodwin looking to do it all herself, sidesteps the defender. Grinnell brings it in. Back across to Goodwin, puck at her feet on the goal mouth and steered wide by Trotter. Second goal-saving play by Trotter in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, if you're done a good one, why not? I'll do it myself, and almost does. And but yeah, great work from the Rocky Mountain defense. When they need to come in, they've been coming in perfect, clearing the puck with ease.
Back to 5-on-5 now. Great penalty kill there. And good move as McDonald sidesteps. Brzozowski just missed the net, and the net is off of its mooring. So once again, we will get a whistle with exactly 1 minute left to play here. And St. Albert starting to pick up the pace a little bit. They had a pretty good power play earlier. This one has kind of killed some of that momentum.
Yeah, that minute and 15, and you said there's a minute and 5 seconds left, or a minute and 15 left in that power play, and then the rest was in their zone almost entirely, not getting past the red line. So yeah, we see there the net coming off of its mooring, but once again, great puck tracking from Allie Kieran.
Face-off will come to her right. Shots on goal now up to 8-6 for the St. Albert Slash in this one, but it's the Rocky Mountain Raiders that hold the lead courtesy of Jocelyn Elliott's 3rd goal of the year. Schroeder in the dot. Face-off eventually won by the Slash. It's Brzozowski. Had McDonald, tried to make an extra move there. Rocky Mountain clearing attempt fails. Schroeder puts one on net, but it misses wide. Kyra McDonald tried to go back to Callie McDonald. No relation. Hobbs holding it in zone. 30 seconds left here to go in the period. Plays it ahead for Wiltshire. Krausen is going to spin and fire that one into the St. Albert zone. Lacey's going to get there first for the Slash. We got Wiltshire on a tail. Pass ahead, deflected into the zone by the Raiders. Brzozowski giving chase, but it's Kaya Borbandi that comes out with it. Pass pick by Boucher. Keyser and Trotter fighting for that puck. Keyser comes out with it. Kaya Borbandi with no time left on the clock, and that is going to do it for the first period. Rocky Mountain Raiders, they take a 1-0 lead, and they hold that all the way for the rest of the period. St. Albert on their heels a little bit in this one. They trail after 20 minutes of play.
Yeah, Rocky Mountain doing everything right, especially that top line, Banco, Scurfield, and Burbandy, and Elliott on the point. Like, they're throwing everything on, and if the game's going slow, they're winning key face-offs, and if it's going quick, they are getting the sticks in the right places. And yeah, you almost start to think Slash need to start stop thinking about trying to get those long outlet passes. Hey, let's just kind of try to get something going a little bit more east-west.
40 minutes left to play in this one. It'll be interesting to see how things shake out here at the Go Auto Arena. My name is Wyatt Seager. I'm your play-by-play man tonight. Donovan Ekstrom, you just heard him. He's on the color. Alex Testwich is on the replays. Rob Zitlow is our director. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast, and we'll be back for the second period in about 15 minutes. welcome back. Second period about to get underway between the St. Albert Slash and the Rocky Mountain Raiders. Before that, we have some replays courtesy of the Jenkins family of Tim Hortons. And what an exciting period of hockey we had. A lot of scoring chances. Only one finds the back of the net, but Rocky Mountain, they played a hard 20 against the Slash, did they not, Donovan?
Yeah, no, they're doing a lot of good things right. It's a lot of, it's not just the big thing, it's the small things, but it's the big things as well. And it's been, top to bottom, really, really competing hard and really fighting for the puck, and for good reason, as they are 3 points from a bye. And so every win rate now critical for them.
Rocky Mountain hoping to squeeze out a win against the Slash tonight, and they're hoping that the Slash get back to their winning ways against the Edmonton Pandas tomorrow. That's who they trail in those standings, trying to get that ever-important bye, and time is starting to dwindle down in the season before we head to the Calgary playoffs.
Yeah, and just the incredible, great positioning from Ali Kieran for the Raiders, really top to bottom, smart, not dropping into the butterfly, not getting bit, not trying to go for the quick save, the quick and easy, saying, hey, I'm going to stand up and make those saves, and yeah, top to bottom, and Maltese as well doing some saves as well, but Elliott from that point, incredible goal.
And as we get ready for puck drop for the second period, great time to remind you that this is an ICU Video Productions Procast that we're excited to bring to you, and we get our first whistle almost as I finish. Sidney Benko stepping in offside, so that faceoff will come at the St. Albert blue line. Shots on goal after 20 minutes of play, 8-6 in favor of the home St. Albert Slash, but it's the Rocky Mountain Raiders who hold the lead courtesy of Jocelyn Elliott, who just flipped that puck in. She got her third of the season. Callie McDonald, they're going to leave that one for Goodwin. Goodwin trying to cut through Kerfield, got that one up ahead to Bogdan. Bogdan feed to Goodwin, just not enough mustard on it, and here comes Skurfield. Skurfield, she's got to step on Persani. Skurfield walks in, lets that one go just wide of the goaltender Maltese. Skurfield looking like Mark Pizik going from defense to right wing this game, almost gets herself a goal. Trotter sends that one in. Maltese will slow it down for Pisani. Pisani off the glass, tipped out by Grinnell. Abby Morbandy to Santos. Short flip, can't gain the zone. Pisani back over to Grinnell, and she's going to swing that one into the Raiders' side now. Ali Kieran, her chance to stop that puck up. Morbandy's feed to Clouston, went off her boots, and now Cadu picks up that loose puck. Cadu cutting in, let one go. Short side, saved by Kieran. Cadu on the stick once again, lets that one go just wide of the goal. Great shift by Cadu. Mepham a long one. That one misses the net. Boucher picks it up. St. Albert trying to keep the drive alive. Ross holds it in at the point. Backhand pass cross ice to Mepham, who lets one go, and that one just wide as well. Ross at the point. Lets it go through traffic. Blocker to side into the glass. It stays in play. Mepham swings it for Keyser. 3-4 great saves for Kieran on this shift alone. Off the glass, up but not out. Second effort does get the clear, and Donovan finally some life from the St. Albert Slash.
Yeah, great work keeping the puck in. Dale Ross doing an incredible job as well. But we see here before that a great breakaway and just missing the net. Maltese thankfully there, but then it's just non-stop here from the Slash for that last minute and a bit. Just perfect, throwing it on, and then every time Rocky Mountain trying to clear it, Ross right on the point, and with an absolute clapper, but just wide.
Ali Kieran keeping her team in this one. Pass ahead to Ingram. Missed everybody. Maltese thinks twice about playing that puck, and that'll come back down into the Rocky Mountain zone. Another offensive zone draw for the St. Albert Slash. They got Hall, Reich, and Rhodes out there together now. Leesees and Pisani on the point. Face-off won there by the Slash. Leesees holding, took a look, and gives it to Rhodes. Tried to center for Hall. That one just goes off her skate. Now Reich picks up the loose puck. Reich spun herself into trouble, and now Ingram moves out the other way for the Raiders. Ingram swallowed up at center, but still able to get that one in. Maltese overplayed that puck. Petum Sand spins it in below the goal line, but Pisani's going to get there first. Rocky Mountain. That drive kept short. It's back in their own zone now. Borbandi, watched by Hall, almost gives that one away, but got it up to Hobbs. Hobbs now does give it away to Hall. Reich. Spinning off Krausen. Reich trying to gain some good positioning there, but Borbandi, a good stick, got in the way. Saucer pass goes hip high, and now Ross is going to punch that one right back in. Ross against Krausen, tried to flip it to McDonald, but it's picked off. Callie McDonald now doing some work. Kyra in to help out. Brzezowski, her pass, couldn't pull the trigger. Wiltshire had the stick lift. And Hobbs clears that. 2 back-to-back good shifts, good cycles for the St. Albert Slash in the Rocky Mountain zone.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they needed to get this period started here, and they're doing a really great job keeping that pressure going. Good passing when they get the puck possession. Great job during smart times and pinching as well, keeping that puck, that pressure going.
Pisani at center. Turns that one over to Benko. Kai Borbandi ends up with it, lets one go, and that one just steered wide by Maltese. Had Scurfield wide open. Santos from her own blue line gets that one ahead to Kai Borbandi. Benko cuts in front. That one kicked aside by Maltese.
Yeah, this first line from Rocky Mountain has been absolutely phenomenal. It seems like every time they're on the ice, it's right in St. Albert's zone.
They've had the jump tonight for sure. Battle for the puck with Clouston and Pisani. Matthews in there to help out, and referee calling for it moved, but it will get whistled down. 15:30 remaining here in the second period. Take another look at that last chance that Kai Borbandi walks in and just rips it wide, and Rocky Mountain's had a couple of those chances so far on him, but they haven't been able to find the net.
Yeah, and Benko there doing a little dipsy doodle, but nothing doing as Maltese having to make some saves already as she looked at her counterpart from Rocky Mountain having to make some incredible stops so far.
Grinnell forces the turnover, trying to leave that one for Bogdan, but it goes right by Kieran, and she will get the glove on that wisely and take a whistle.
Yeah, and now you're starting to see the little bit of bounce back. You're seeing St. Albert going for the puck a little bit more and causing at least a little bit more turnovers in that neutral zone. It's almost the opposite of what was happening before. And as we saw there, getting some pressure on, and you get a nice face-off in the offensive zone and win that and try to throw it on net.
They win the face-off. Bogdan doing some work there to get through Clouston. Goodwin tried to give that one to Grinnell in the slot, but picked off and moving the other ways is Matthews. But McKibben was just a step offside. So get out a whistle here. This time it'll be at the St. Albert blue line. So they win the face-off, but they're unable to do anything with it. But they do get another quick whistle as Rocky Mountain stepped off.
Yeah, and that's it. You got to try to get what you can, right, and keep it going.
Williams across to Borbandi, who's going to lift one into the zone. Bouncing puck for Lises. Almost coughed that one up. Now does at the point, but Goodwin picks up the loose puck. Goodwin going to take a lap behind her own net, met there by Raquel Ingram. Had to sidestep a couple of Raiders, and Petum Sand keeps that puck in the zone, but played with a hand pass, so that'll be a whistle.
Yeah, that's interesting. Hey, get the whistles out you can for St. Albert here. And see, now we're getting some key face-offs, but of course, that's always a tough thing with the Slash squad. These slow down games, it's really tough for them, especially how they have that aggressive forecheck. You're not really doing that too much when you have 30 face-offs.
They want to continue to build some of the momentum that they had built up over the last couple of shifts. Boucher hounded for that puck, working in against a couple of Raiders, and it's Krausen that comes up with it, gives it to Borbandi. Almost turns it over to Keyser before the two there collide. Callie McDonald just holds that puck on the line. It was dancing there for a second, and Williams is going to pick it up for the Raiders. Her pass ahead to Wiltshire does leave the zone. St. Albert has to touch back up onside, and it's Hobbs and Meffam fighting for that puck. Comes free to Boucher, who's going to take a slap at that one.
And that looks like a hooking call there. As, yeah, they were a little tangled up, and I guess it was whoever fell first. That's kind of how that's going to go there. It could have gone really either way, really, but one person's on the ground and on the ice, and so that's the way it's going to be. And, yeah, definitely not the time to take a penalty for St. Albert. You had a little bit of momentum there at the start, and Rocky Mountain doing a good job getting slowing the game down, and you get a great opportunity like this.
Rocky Mountain a chance to go up 2-0. This is their first power play of the game. Benko lets one go from the high slot there. Most dangerous member on this Raiders power play. She leads the league with 6 power play goals.
Yeah, it's not too much of a shocker that the top line is out here for this power play. And yeah, Benko with just a really solid wrist shot and like just a snap on that. Goes from 0 to 90 in a second.
Clearing attempt, glove down by Santos. She gives it up to Elliott to open up the scoring tonight for the Raiders. Benko. Mikaya Borbandi over to Elliott. Borbandi lets one go. Looking for the tip once again, but this time Maltese gets the glove on it.
Yeah, Maltese having to get that glove out and just prevent it, but you're seeing some really good passing from Rocky Mountain and good patience as well. Throw it on net, hope for the best, see if there's going to be a little bit of a rebound, but Maltese making sure that's not going to happen.
Faceoff remains in the St. Albert zone. It'll be won by the Raiders. Elliott had to settle down that bouncing puck. Puck still bouncing in the slot. Backhand attempt does not reach the net. Blocked by Brzezowski and cleared. Santos over to Elliott. Back across to Santos. Had to play that pass off the boards. McDonald doing a great job of getting away of that one, and Ross is going to get on it first for St. Albert. Keyser a chance to tip that one out and does. Rocky Mountain halfway through this power play now, and it's Benko turning up ice. Lead feed for Trotter, missed her completely, and that one will roll onto Maltese, and she'll take a whistle with 12:51 left here to play in the second period.
Yeah, if you're going to miss a pass that's across the rink, hey, have it hit the goaltender and get a face-off in the offensive zone. But, yeah, it's St. Albert doing a little bit of a good pushback after being a little bit on their heels for that last little bit.
Second unit out there now for the Raiders. Matthew, McKibben, and Clouston. Pisani steered in the boards there by McKibben. Clouston in there battling. 5 bodies, make it 6, all in there fighting for that puck. Does get played out to Trotter. Trotter looks off and goes to Borbandi. Borbandi moving from the right circle, lets a laser go, and Maltese picks that out of the air. Yeah, great reaction there.
I was almost saying it's a potential of getting a little bit of handcuff there. And Borbandi, once again, great patience from this Raiders squad, waiting to get a good chance. And yeah, picture perfect placement. Just there was a glove in the way.
Waited long enough to get Pisani in front for a screen. So some great patience there before letting that one go. A couple of opportunities on this Raider power play as that puck is played out of play with less than 20 seconds remaining on the power play. They still have a chance here to put a couple more pucks on net and increase that lead to 2.
Yeah, and they've been doing really good job in the face-off dot. So hey, yeah, get a clean win, throw something on net, get bodies in front. They've been doing just that. They've been really sticking to their game plan this whole game. It's been really neat to see.
Face-off win there by the Raiders, important, but it's Callie McDonald who gets it up ahead to Keyser, who's going to create some separation, but Clouston, great set of feet on her. They fight for the puck all the way down into the Raiders zone. Keyser, great penalty killer for the Slash. Mepham out of the box now, makes a play on that puck. Abby Borbandi trying to force her way through Ross. And now she's going to run for a change as Hall picks that up in her own zone. Hall was looking to find Ross, but they got a little too close to one another and couldn't let that pass go. Hall back on that puck trying to settle it down. Had offered it up to Rhodes, but Rhodes wasn't paying attention. Now Pedem Sand picks it up back in her own zone, but there is a penalty coming up to the Raiders. Interference is the call. Williams heading to the box.
Yeah, just having a look there. Yeah, getting the body in front of. little incidental, but yeah, not really playing the puck, and thus it will be interference.
Second power play opportunity of the game for the Slash. They're 0 for 1 tonight. They had a couple of chances, including Kelsey Hall ringing one right off the bar. Can't get much closer than that. Good start to the penalty kill for the Raiders as Pedem Sand puts that one back into the St. Albert zone. Ross. Looking to wheel, gets that one up ahead of Hall. Hall. Left side stops up. She's got Pisani at the point. She's going to spin that one below the goal line for Rhodes. Santos beats her to that puck but can't clear. Reich in there to dig it out. She got Ross at the point, finds her. Ross interrupted there by Pedem Sand, who's got a shorthanded goal this year, and she's going to get off. Great job on the penalty kill by her. 45 seconds drained off this power play for St. Albert. Ross moves it to Pisani. Left wing side is Reich. Reich stops up at the left circle, takes a look at Pisani at the point. Pisani has Ross. Ross over to Pisani. Bogdan spins around. Rhodes, the recipient of a cross check there, missed, and the Raiders will get a clear. 45 seconds left to go on the power play.
Yeah, and then they're starting to do better with at least some of those zone entries, but then they get in there and they seem to not know what to do with it.
Yet to get a shot on this power play. 30 seconds left on it. Lises behind her net. Moves it to Mepham. Back to Lises. Across to Bogdan, trying to shield that away from Asha Cayley. Lises banks that one off the boards, and once again, this Rocky Mountain Raider penalty kill is looking better than the St. Albert power play. Mepham, Grinnell calling for it for seemingly ever. Keyser couldn't settle down that bouncing puck. That's going to do it for the power play. Williams back out on the ice, and Kaya Werbandy steps in, but Williams was just a hair offside.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the story when the bounce has not been going their way, and they started off doing a really good job of during their power play of bringing the puck in, and you know they finally started to stop doing a little bit of the fancy stuff. Hey, let's get back to playing it simple, getting the puck in, getting a couple passes, but then they tried and then they just lose it, and Rocky Mountain just really good at going towards the puck carrier and having the Slash make some mistakes.
And they run into a hot goaltender as well in Ali Kieran, who's stopped all 11 shots and been thrown her way, and not a lot of them have been easy tonight either. Santos holds that one in the line momentarily. Ross bats that out of the air to herself. She's got Cadu following the play. Ross from her knees let that one go off the outside of the post. That would have been pretty. Kaya Borbandy ahead to Scurfield. Couldn't handle that puck cleanly. Callie McDonald spins into pressure. Benko skates away with it. Benko crosses the blue line. Tried to feed that one across, but her team was changing. Cadu in behind the Raiders defense, but couldn't handle that pass. Clouston tried to put it up ahead to Benko, but that one is offsides, and Benko would have been alone and off to the races. Yeah,
Benko has been pretty much just all over the ice here as we look at that. Dale Ross absolutely from her belly throwing it on, but doing once again, Kieran, it's shutting the door. Easy peasy.
Rocky Mountain maybe getting away with a trip there. Borbandy clears that one. Less than 8.5 minutes left here to go in the second. It's a 1-0 hockey game, and we're going to get another face-off coming in the Slash offensive zone. And they need as many of those as they can get. They're trailing Rocky Mountain in this one, and they haven't been able to muster up a whole lot of offense other than the first couple of shifts of this period.
Yeah, the first 3 minutes was really, really solid, like sort of a vintage Slash. Great passing, great forecheck, and now it's sort of going to looking like the end of the first.
Pisani holding that one in. Borbani takes a swipe at it, but it comes back up to Pisani once again. Had to settle down that bobbling puck, and McDonald almost tipped one on net. Trotter, chance to clear, takes a shot there from Schroeder. The referee's keeping the arms down. Borbani turns that one over, and now Schroeder, chance to step in against Clouston. Clouston, though, takes her hard into the boards. Schroeder went down feet first. Still slow to get to her knees, and referees are going to blow this play dead.
Yeah, a little bit of an awkward fall there as we have another look, but loses both fighting for the puck. She, falls, and that leg goes right on there.
Feet first into the board, got to be worried there.
Never, yeah. Yeah, she's making her way now towards the dressing room. But
keep an eye on her with 7.5 minutes left here to go in the second period. Head coach Down Alkenberg having a personnel decision, and it appears St. Albert's going to go to the box. I am going to have to believe this is an unsportsmanlike call near the end of the play. I missed what it might have been. So now, glorious chance for the Raiders. They get their second power play opportunity of the night. Pedham Sand in the dot to take the draw against Keyser, and Keyser will win that. Meffam swung it around the board. Santos keeps it in. Williams. Over to Ingram. Ingram still working to keep that one into Santos. Santos lets one go, didn't find its way to the net. Keyser, chance to slap it out, and she does. Boucher in a foot race with it for Santos. Santos showing off some good skating there, got to the puck first, killed the chance for St. Albert. Hobbs had to work to settle that pass down. It was bobbled, and now Keyser spins one in, and she's going to rush for a change. Santos waiting behind her net. Allie Reich staring at her. Short pass to Wiltshire. Goes to Krausen at center. Krausen makes her way around Pisani. Drops it for Hobbs. Hobbs lets that one go just wide. Trotter in against Ross. St. Albert looking to kill some more time off this penalty. Referee wants that puck moved. 6 bodies in there digging at it, and we will get a whistle with 45 seconds remaining on the Rocky Mountain power play, and a bit of a better penalty kill from the Slash this time around.
Yeah, they're not getting hemmed in their zone. They're doing a good job challenging for the puck, and what seemed to be almost automatic as we got ourselves a little bit more action behind the play. And that power play that the Raiders had, hey, you can't have the best penalty kill of all is when you draw a penalty. So you can't argue with that.
Things will be evened up here for 45 seconds. Then the St. Albert Slash will hop onto the power play for 1:15. A chance to get things tied back up here with less than 6.5 to go as a long shot comes in, and that one goes just wide of Kieran. Lisi's across to McDonald, lets another one go, and that one hit Cadu on its way to the net. Cadu swallowed up by 2 Raiders there, comes out to Williams. Boucher in there working below the goal line, gets it up to head to McDonald. McDonald over to Boucher. Boucher ran into a couple of Raiders. McDonald moving down. Boucher's got her covered at the point. Boucher winds up, fires, lets that one go, tipped in front by McDonald, and it just missed the net. Wiltshire plays that one off the boards, and with a second left to go, we got an ice-in coming against the Raiders.
Yeah, and as we look at this Jenkins family, Tim Hortons replay, the wide open ice is, this might be a pretty solid benefit here for the Slash because you get the speed, you got some of that good passing, getting that back there, and that was probably the best 45 seconds that they've had this period.
Penalty to Hall has now expired, the too many men that she was serving. She's out there on the ice now. That makes it a 5-on-4 for St. Albert. Goodwin controlling. Gives it to Bogdan. Bogdan up ahead to Ross. Ross quickly had to swing that for Meffam. Meffam tried to find the stick of Goodwin in the slot and just missed that one. Bogdan tried to swing it around. Grinnell's going to have to hurry in to cover that point. Leaves it for Bogdan. Bogdan goes low for Ross. Goodwin in to help out. Grinnell had the puck on her stick for a second. Comes out to Ross. Over to Meffam. Meffam winds up, lets one go, No traffic in front, and an easy save there for Kieran.
Yeah, and it's almost, we've seen like the baby steps of the power play for the Slash keep growing, and now they're starting to get those passes there. They've established zone pressure. They're getting those passes going. But now it's almost as like that tic-tac, but they're just missing that toe. And that's happened a couple of times where they're either just ahead of the puck or just behind, and that just happened there. Throw it on net, and there's nobody in front. And Allie, you're going to need a lot more to beat Kieran, especially how she's been playing tonight.
Less than 5 minutes left to go here now in the second period. Slash still in the power play for another 15 seconds. They're behind a goal in this one. Hall below the goal line, interrupted while she tried to make that pass, and Reich had to come in to help out, gives it to Lises. Lises over to Pisani. Across to Reich. Reich bobbling puck. That one tipped and just wide of the goal. Trotter out of the box. That'll make things 5-on-5 once again. Another penalty kill for the Raiders. St. Albert now 0 for 3 on the man advantage. Rhodes couldn't let that one go. Now an opportunity, but Kieran steers that aside. Bandy behind the net, tried to find Trotter. Backhand pass for Skurfield, and she's trying to hop behind Pisani all over her and hauls her down as well. Arm down from the referee. McDonald's going to try and chase that loose puck. Elliott gets there first for Matthews. Matthews got some help there, almost turned it over to McDonald. Elliott. McDonald, 5 bodies fighting for it in the neutral zone here. Schroeder comes up with it for St. Albert. Ross over to Brzezowski. One hand on the stick, touched that one into the zone. Schroeder looking for options, but she's wearing Matthews like a cape. Schroeder tried to center that one for Brzezowski off the side of the net. Kyra McDonald over to a pinched in Ross. Ross looking for a stick in front from Brzezowski, but Santos got in the way of that pass. Held in by Ross, who lets one go through traffic, but a glove save by Kieran.
Hey, you're getting some shots on net. You're starting to generate some of that offense. You're getting some really solid passing and really keeping them hemmed in their zone. Right time to pinch, too, and you see Ross throw it on net, and of course, guess who's there?
Allie Kieran in net, and it's going to take more than shots from the point with no traffic to beat her tonight. They need to start putting a little more harder pressure on net. Skurfield. Pass intended for Ross, picked off by Pedham Sand. Sand moving in behind the goal line. Beats Boucher to the puck, gets it up the head to Ivan Bandy over to Trotter. Trotter lets one go, looking for a tip from Sand. Keyser off ahead of the boards for Boucher. Boucher moving against Abby Bandy, gets separated from the puck. Goaltender Kieran doesn't have it. Referees blow the whistle. Would have been cleared in front by the Raiders anyway, but a quick whistle as Kieran had almost misplayed the puck there. St. Albert looking to the Stars partner.
Yeah, and we see that the great opportunity. Once again, that patience from the Raiders, taking the time on the shot. And, yeah, just misses it, and so close. But, yeah, it would have been cleared anyways. But the Slash bench not happy.
Pisania's shot this time held on cleanly by Kieran. And good notice as well as Jenna Goodwin was hovering around that goal net.
And looks like I do see Schroeder is back on the bench, so that's good to see. And, yeah, you're starting to see that pressure from the Slash coming there. And, yeah, you're feeling the ice is starting to tilt at least a little bit right now for probably the first time tonight.
Face-off one there by the Slash. Bogdan tried to let a quick one go, but that one missed the target. Pisani with a pinch to keep the drive alive, but it comes out to the Raiders on the opposite side. Williams has that puck poked off her stick by Bogdan. Bogdan plays that one off the boards for Goodwin. Goodwin has Bogdan going into the slot, tipped in by Goodwin, backdoor. What a passing play between Bogdan and Goodwin. 1-1 St. Albert and Rocky Mountain.
Remember when I said they've been having difficulties with that tic-tac-toe? And I think Goodwin and Bogdan heard me. Bogdan, great job keeping that play alive and putting that pressure on, and just picture-perfect pass. I thought she was going to throw it on. I think it fooled every single person in this building. I thought it was going to be a shot right on net, but a pass right picture-perfect. And we got ourselves a brand new hockey game.
Yeah, cue the Hall and Oates. Less than 2 minutes to go in this one. We got a tie hockey game. St. Albert, they got the lead on the shot clock, and now they've tied things up here at the Go Auto Arena. Jenna Goodwin extends her league lead in goals. She's now up to 14 and 23 points as Hobbs lets one go, and a blocker save there by Maltese. Just because you got one doesn't mean you can ignore the defensive responsibilities on the other end. Ross fighting away from Hobbs, got that one up the boards to Hall, and I thought Dale Ross has had a pretty good second period in response to what might have been one of her lesser periods of the season.
Yeah, doing a great job, like starting to pinch back a bit, knowing when to pinch and keeping the offense going.
Ross, the puck on her stick now, swings that one over to Lisi's. Lisi's up ahead, try to tip that out of the zone by Hall. Second effort does get it there, but Rocky Mountain touches right back up and they can come right back in. Ross forces that one into the Rocky Mountain zone. Elliott, minute left here to go in the second. McDonald, Kyra that is. Keeps the play alive, but Abby Borbandi a chance to sweep this one out. Camp Brzezowski holds it in. McDonald takes a shot there from Abby Borbandi. McKibben in there working against Brzezowski. Puck does come out to Clauston, but Schroeder got a stick in the way, and now McDonald spins and lets one go, but it's blocked in front of the net. Callie McDonald, less than 30 seconds here to go, over to Kyra McDonald. Borbandi, clearing attempt is picked off at center by Pisani and thrown right back into the Raiders zone. Borbandi, another clearing attempt this time, does leave the zone. 10 seconds left for St. Albert to get something on net. Brzezowski tried to feed that one to Schroeder, 5 seconds. Clauston, puck on her stick and a chance to clear, and that will do it for the second period of play. St. Albert Slash have tied things up here courtesy of Jenna Goodwin's 14th of the season. Take another look at that beauty now, and Bogdan and Goodwin combining for some great passing. Goodwin goes back to Bogdan. Bogdan, everybody in the building thought she was shooting that one. Fed Goodwin right back door. No doubt about it.
Yeah, the way that this period was looking, it was looking like another first, like the Slash kind of on their heels, a little flat-footed, gripping the stick, throwing really, really bad passes. But Goodwin, who has been probably the best Slash player so far, really not giving up and having Bogdan help out there and finally connecting and getting a pass on net. And it was a picture perfect. That was one of the prettiest goals I've seen.
After 40 minutes of play, we're tied at 1 apiece between the St. Albert Slash and the Rocky Mountain Raiders. My name is Wyatt Ziegler, your play-by-play man tonight. Donovan Ekstrom, he's on the color. Rob Zitlow is our director, and Alex Testowich is on the replays. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast, and we'll be back for the exciting finish tonight in about 15 minutes. Hello and welcome back to an ICU Video Productions Procast tonight between the St. Albert Slash and the Rocky Mountain Raiders. Your score after 40 minutes of play is 1-1, and here's a glorious chance provided by Scurfield. Normally a defenseman playing forward tonight, and she's had a couple of beautiful looks. Maltese the sharper of the two there, though.
Yeah, then that's been kind of that whole first line of Banco, Borbandi and Scurfield have been just simply sensational. But yeah, great back and forth this entire that period. It seemed like it was like St. Albert was going to have a very similar, not solid period in the first, but bounced right back at the end there, and we got some really great opportunities both ways.
Both goaltenders really standing out in this one. It's Allie Kieran, who stopped 14 of 15, and on the other end, Mabel Maltese 13 of 14. A real goaltenders duel in net tonight, and looking to see which team will take the advantage into this period. Maybe a bit of overtime as well if we can't get anything solved in the next 20.
Yeah, and it wouldn't shock me the way that this game has been kind of going. It seems like momentum is very much a key in this game. And yeah, some great opportunities, some good individual efforts as well. And Ross from her belly throwing it on net, trying to get something going there, but no doing.
Callie McDonald there as well had a glorious chance. The tip that just went wide of the net, and that St. Albert power play was up and down in that second period as well. They had a really tough go the first time out, and Rocky Mountain really shut them down the second time as well. But the third time, it really seemed like the third time was the charm. They started to click there.
Yeah, and great quick whistle there with the Slash we're not too pleased with, but
something that seemed to spark the team. And definitely sparked this moment right here.
Oh, it was amazing. Bogdan keeping that play alive, and it was just a perfect pass right to Goodwin, and no chance, as we had mentioned dozens of times. I think it fooled every single person in the building, thinking that's definitely going to be a shot on net, but no doing.
We'll get set for puck drop here in the next 20 or goal scorers tonight. First period came courtesy Jocelyn Elliott, her third of the season, and then it was Jenna Goodwin who responded with her league-leading 14th goal on the campaign, up to 23 points now, and she leads the league in that category as well. Impressive night from her, and she seemed to be the lifeline for the Slash tonight as well.
Yeah, definitely. When it looked like the Slash were almost just giving up, she was there doing it all on her own. There was a great opportunity in the first, skating in and doing everything she can to make it happen, and finally getting something good out of that. And yeah, the team just sort of bounced right back into that. The end of that period was just nonstop Slash. You almost saw Rocky Mountain look like a bunch of deer into the headlights, thinking that, oh, we're going to get through this. There's only a few minutes left. We're going to go into the third. We'll slow the game right down. But then, bam, that Slash squad putting the pedal to the metal.
And these teams have played fairly tight. 3 of the 5 games that they've played have finished in a 2-1 decision, and it looks like we're on the road to that as well tonight. And they've also played some overtime and shootout. Let's see if if history will repeat itself. Scurfield with a full head of steam moving in, but she's watched like a hawk by Pisani, who takes her behind the net. Kaya Borbani over to Benko, lets a quick one go. Puck's on the doorstep, but cleared by Brzezowski. Scurfield back on it. McDonald whacks that away from here. Benko controlling. Has Clouston going to the net. Almost found her, but McDonald, the recipient of that pass. Benko holding the line there, dragged down by Schroeder, and it will get cleared. St. Albert going to go make a change here.
Yeah, that top line of the Raiders is absolutely phenomenal. Every time they're on the ice, it is just offensive pressure.
Jocelyn Elliott walking in. Puck on the doorstep. Maltese thought she had it in the equipment. Dangerous one there. Jocelyn Elliott doing it all for the Raiders tonight.
Yeah, doesn't get the benefit whistle like Kieran did.
Popped out to center, and Borbani let that one go off a stick. McKibben working with it now, up to the point now for Santos, across to Borbandi. Couldn't handle that pass cleanly, so she's going to drop it for below the goal line, up ahead to Borbandi once again. Santos lets it go, looking for a stick of McKibben, and that one shut down before it could hit the net. McKibben holding the point, blocked by St. Albert, and they will get a clear, and it's Grinnell. Moving ahead with Borbandi. Finds Bogdan. Bogdan in the slot. Lets one go. Rebounds available, but Kieran swallows it up.
Yeah, Bogdan once again finding herself right in the right places, and another great slash player that's having a really solid game. But yeah, this is really going back and forth as we see this replay. Rocky Mountain, when they want to hem them in, they can, and then Bogdan throwing it perfectly on net right back. It seems to be a call and response right now tonight, Wyatt.
How about the strength to get that shot off in between 3 Raiders players as well as another long one comes in, not handled cleanly, and Cadu does a great job this time to kick it away from the goaltender, but she might have a penalty coming up.
Yeah, it looked like
Kieran's down.
Yeah, the puck was covered, and then Cadu's brought the skate right over. Yeah, we'll have to have a look at that.
Trainer's coming out onto the ice now. Kieran's still on the ground. You got to worry with the skate so close to that glove hand. There's no cuts or lacerations by the hand. That's huge for a goaltender, and she's still down on the ice now.
Yeah, no, as a former goalie, there's not really too much there on that glove hand.
And I'm just trying to look, see if she maybe got a leg caught against the post, but I don't think so. I think.
Yeah, it might have just been right there on that hand, but she is still down.
That's really unfortunate for the Rocky Mountain Raiders. She's been easily one of their best players on the ice tonight, and that would be a huge, huge hole to try and fill for their team. And yeah, I think maybe that skate even gets into the elbow, maybe a hyperextension. I'm not a doctor, Donovan, and it's hard to judge from up here. She is getting back up to her knees on her own power, so that's good to see.
Yeah.
Having a conversation with the trainer. Does not look like she wants to leave that net. That's a real hockey player right there. Takes a couple bumps and bruises, and she's still good to go.
Yeah, it's always scary there whenever the skate gets near that glove. It's mentioned there's not too much on there, but she is sticking in there. And yeah, great. Yeah, that's absolutely impressive.
Well, keep an eye on her in net. Almost 2 minutes gone here in the third period. It's a tie hockey game between these two clubs, and they need Allie Kieran in net as much as possible as Ingram takes down Boucher and then goes at Boucher again. Penalty upcoming to the Raiders. Boucher, one of those players that gets under the skin of almost every team in the AFHL. Every team has that player, and Bronwyn Boucher seems to be the de facto one for the Slash. And the stick gets caught in between the skates as she's heading to the boards. A bit of an incidental stick there, but you still got to be aware of your surroundings. So now St. Albert, 4th opportunity on the power play.
Yeah, and the Raiders bench, of course, not too happy. Allowed, come on, how is that a penalty from the head coach? But the refs called it, and yeah, it's an incidental. 4 minutes. So they might have thought, yeah, it might have been more of like a head contact kind of thing.
Well, that close to the boards, taking a player out. Referees are err on the side of caution, and now a glorious chance for St. Albert to take their first lead of the night as Rhodes holds that puck into the zone. Ross does as well, gloves it out of the air, trying to make a move, but the referee will stop play. Looks like another penalty upcoming now. This time to Reese Meffam. Power play.
Yeah,
looked like a hold to me. She's got her pinned along the boards. Puck's nowhere close to either player.
Yeah, it started staying right on top. But yeah, now a 16-second power play time gone. But hey, it's still 4-on-4. So.
And St. Albert will get another chance on the man advantage after they finish killing off the 4-on-4 as well.
They had a really good 4-on-4 the last time. They, that big open ice to see if they can make something happen.
Room to skate, especially for a player like Jenna Goodwin, who collides there with Kaya Morbandi. None of them look worse for wear. Elliott trying to move that puck in all by herself. Ross gets there first. Ross interrupted by Elliott, got a long stick on her. Morbandis both battling for that puck. It comes out to Bogdan. Couldn't handle it cleanly, though. She might have a penalty coming up as well, and it will be. That's going to be a hook, and maybe a holding the stick as well. I think you could almost could have evened things up there. Clouston moving in. Leaves it for Benko. Benko. That one steered aside by Maltese. Ross looking for the touch up here. Benko still controlling, but we will get a stoppage in play. 4-on-3 for the Rocky Mountain Raiders. Kind of a no-doubter. Bogdan had that stick all up in the girl Abby Borbandi.
Yeah, wrapped right around, and yeah, it's going to be a penalty 100% of the time, and yeah, really rough go of things right there. You think you have all that momentum going, and then bam, 2 penalties back to back.
Now St. Albert still with the double minor. Will have 46 seconds of power play time after they kill off both of these, unless Rocky Mountain can get on the board. The odd 4-on-3.
Yeah, and you see that already when you have all those missing bodies. The puck, they clean win a little bit too clean there.
Boucher tried to bank that one off the boards for herself. Benko got in the way of that. St. Albert going with a 2 forward, 1 defender penalty kill. Boucher and Reich, the offensive penalty killers. Faceoff's going to come at center now. 16:21 left here to play, so they're going to move that faceoff to the St. Albert blue line. Reich in the draw against Benko. Benko wins that. Borbandi shoots that into the St. Albert zone. Pisani gets there first for the slash. Benko taking a lap. Abby Borbandi back across to Trotter. Trotter's got some space in the slot, but just missed the net. Benko has Borbandi. Borbandi trying to create a shooting lane. That one blocker to side, swiped at by Clausen. Another save by Maltese. Borbandi doing a circle with it. Tried to drop that one. Another penalty upcoming to St. Albert. Boucher couldn't hold off there. Laid an elbow down, and now St. Albert, their parade to the box is going to continue. Brzozowski will touch that one up. Boucher is going to head to the box as soon as St. Albert steps out, and that's just an undisciplined play there by Boucher after a couple of great offensive opportunities by the Raiders.
Yeah, that's what you see right here. The puck starts to, they do a good job going back, and lines are up, and yeah, right in the head. So that'll be another 4 minutes. So yeah, not the time to take a penalty like that.
St. Albert ends up getting 16 seconds out of a 4-minute power play. They take 3 of their own to even things back up, and now it's an extended chance for Rocky Mountain. 4-on-3 continuing here, another 35 seconds. Puck at the side of the net. Maltese couldn't get a glove on it. Rocky Mountain looming in front of the net. Wiltshire almost with a gift. Puck pinned along the boards. Referee is going to want that one moved. It's not. And now we're going to get a whistle coming up here with 18 seconds left to go in the penalty to Bogdan.
Yeah, and of course St. Albert not wanting to move the puck. They're going to try to take as much time as they can away there. And yeah, you see that weird bounce, and it's always those weird indecisions, right? When I was a goalie, that was always in the back of your mind when the puck's just there and you're like, who's going to get it? Should I keep it going? And then, yeah, almost a goal.
Borbandi spun around off the face-off. Abby Borbandi tries to lift one on net, couldn't do so. And now Dale Ross a chance to clear, can't. Trotter holds it in. Abby Borbandi. Slap pass, that one tipped on net by Reich. Maltese sharp in net to stop that one. 4-on-4 now. Brzozowski in the slot, picked off that pass. Clearing attempt fails. Benko tried to go back to Kaya Borbandi. Ross now with a chance to clear once again, and this time finally does all the way down the ice, but it's 4-on-4, so that's going to come back down for an icing. 26 seconds left in the penalty to Raquel Ingram.
Yeah, phenomenal work from this top line of the Raiders. Great work throwing it on net and really getting those passes going too. They're really good at setting up that cycle. As mentioned earlier, they've been really sticking to that game plan, and it's been working out really well for them.
Face-up tied up and eventually won by St. Albert. Pisani looking to wheel with it. She got 15 seconds left on the 4-on-4. Then St. Albert's got a large penalty kill to kill. Santos can't control A pinching Callie McDonald breaks up that play. Keezer nearly a pick in the slot, but that puck rolling on its heel. She couldn't get it to settle down. Ingram's out of the box. Extended 5-on-4, 2 minutes and 20 seconds for the Raiders. McKibben takes a tumble. Clausen moves in. Keezer and Cadu fighting for that puck at the blue line. Matthews and McKibben the other way for the Raiders, but it's Ross who gets the chance to clear and does. Keezer in a foot race against Elliott for that puck and gets there first. Stops up and spins a backhand, and she'll run for a change. Trotter to Elliott. A long pass intended for McKibben, who is heading off for a change, and that's going to be an icing charged to the Raiders, so that faceoff's going to come back all the way into their zone on the power play.
Yeah, and it's Dale Ross with a really, really great clear to sort of cause all that little confusion there for the Raiders, and really, yeah, getting a really good bounce back from the first, and still on the ice. I think she's been on there for the last 3 minutes.
Face-off won by the Raiders. You know, St. Albert coaching staff yelling at the Slash to start moving those feet. Elliott turns that one over at the blue line. Brzezowski couldn't control it, though. Trotter coming back in for the Raiders. Dumps that one in behind the defense, and Ross is going to send that one up to the point. Couldn't be held there by Pedham Sand. Abby Borbandi, her feed. Off a body. St. Albert bench looking for a too many men there as the Raiders were making a change and they had control of the puck. Brzezowski takes a ride there from Abby Borbandi, who got the worst of it. Reich swallowed up by Wiltshire and Hobbs. Croson distributes to Wiltshire. Wiltshire, blind backhand pass to Borbandi, picked off. Ross lost that puck in her skates. Hobbs steered into the board. Santos couldn't hold the line. Comes back out to center for Abby Borbandi. Over to Hobbs. Hobbs trying to slash through between 3 Slash players. St. Albert gets the best of her that time. Ross trying to skate out of trouble. Banks that one up ahead to center. Genesee Williams settle it down. Cross to Santos. Her pass picked off at center by Ross and sent immediately in.
Yeah, Ross finally getting a change. I think she was on there for that entire 4 minutes. Yeah, phenomenal work.
5 seconds left to go in the power play for the Raiders. Excellent penalty killing here by the Slash. Kaya Borbandi tried to swing that one to Benko. That was just behind. Now Boucher touches one ahead to Goodwin, but it's off her skates. Boucher stays with the play and turns it over for Goodwin. Goodwin. Rhodes holds that line, does the splits, and Goodwin trying to find some space, but Scurfield got a stick in the way. Her and Goodwin collide at center. Spinning around her, both of them, and Rhodes couldn't get a touch on that puck. Up ahead to Bogdan. Bogdan lost the handle, moving again against Elliott, and Elliott pushes her away. Great defensive play there by Elliott. Centering feed for Bogdan. Couldn't pull a trigger. Bogdan slaps that one in. Trotter stops it. Across to Elliott. Elliott tried to go back to Trotter. Clausen's going to get it there. Pass ahead for Matthews. Looking the wrong way, and now Goodwin wanted to come in but had to wait for Grinnell to touch up. Bouncing puck settled down by Trotter. Slash in the middle of a change. Callie McDonald had to get on her high horse to get to that puck first. Clausen's bearing down on her. Hall reaching the halfway point here of the third period, Donovan, and neither team has really had a great scoring chance this period as well. What's it going to take to open things up?
I think you're just going to have to start seeing getting those bodies in front and really getting back to starting to set up at least some sort of cycle. Everybody's trying to almost like be the winner. They get an opportunity to throw it on, and then, but no doing, just missing it. Start slowing the game down just a little bit.
Abby Borbandi's shot doesn't reach the net, courtesy Ali Reich. Pisani over to Rose, who's just going to lift a backhand down into the Raiders zone, and we will get a stoppage of play with 9:40 left to play here, and the Raiders have taken the shot lead 19-17. It's a 1-1 hockey game.
Yeah, and it's the frantic pace is almost not really going the way of the Slash as it typically does. And you're seeing almost, everybody's trying to do, each individual is trying to do a little bit too much. And I think, you just got to simplify, get some passes, set up a cycle. I don't think anybody's really had a chance to do that.
Raiders looking for their first win against the Slash this year. They're 0 for 5 so far. Jocelyn Elliott's shot from the point is blocked by Kyra McDonald. Pass picked off by Brzezowski at center. Brzezowski tried to swing that one down low, but Schroeder getting the business there from Williams. Mepham puts that right back into the Raiders zone. Kieran's out of her net to play that puck. Had to get it off quickly as Mepham was bearing down on her. Schroeder works it into Kyra McDonald to the point for Mepham. Mepham tried to get that one back to McDonald. Couple of Raider bodies in the way. Up to the point for Mepham once again. Croson blocks a long shot. Cadu trying to walk into the slot, leaves that for Callie McDonald. Long shot comes in. Williams doing a great job to box out, and Kyra McDonald gives her a stiff arm like Marshawn Lynch. Elliott behind her own net, facing pressure there from Keyser, and she's a Wolverine on that puck. Cadu in there to battle with her, does come out to Boucher, who gets it up to the point for McDonald. McDonald lets one go, that one's blocked, and that hurt. That was Sydney Benko who blocked that shot, and that's a huge loss for the Raiders if she's going to be missing some time.
Yeah, it's right on her wrist, too. Like, gloves off. She has really been doubled over holding that wrist.
Cadu lets one go, and a glove save by Kieran. She hasn't made her way to the dressing room yet, which provides some hope for the Raiders, but you're right, Donovan. She's doubled over in pain holding that right wrist.
Yeah, it's a really, sometimes you want that block. You sacrifice a lot, and you're starting to see the Slash. Really, the momentum's been perfectly back and forth this period. Shot totals are almost even. Slash just need to almost get that forecheck going there, the power kill that they do, and get those legs moving. We still hear Aukenbury every once in a while yelling, trying to, hey, guys, get something going.
One who's definitely on her legs going is Jenna Goodwin, and she just drew a penalty.
And a great pass, too, like on her back after drawing a penalty.
These St. Albert players, they've been making some plays from the seat of their pants tonight, that's for sure.
Yeah, pulled down, throws the puck. Hey, that's the best tape-to-tape pass that I have seen.
So Jordan Matthews will head to the box. That's her 8th minor of the year. 2 goals, 2 assists on the season for her. Speedy player. I've liked the way she's played tonight. She's had a nose for the puck. Goodwin wins that face-off from the seat of her pants. Bogdan picks up the loose puck. Up to the point for Ross. Ross waits with it, gives it to Bogdan. Bogdan waiting for a lane to open up, and that shot is blocked. Abby Borbandi skating away with it. The defenseman turned forechecker. Ross beats her to the puck and takes away her lane. Abby Borbandi lost a piece of equipment, and now the Slash have 5-on-3 coming back the other way. Ross tried to drop that one at the line, but Raquel Ingram did a great job there of stopping her up. Santos across to Borbandi. That one goes out to center. Ross has to chase it back in her own zone.
Yeah, these power plays are just momentum killers for the Slash. They try to do a little bit too much, and really when the success has been happening, it's been when they've been able to just, hey, let's get just a couple passes, let's not do anything fancy, and let's just bring it in, and they try to do a little bit too much.
There's something to be said about controlled possession entering the zone, but if you're the Slash today, good move by Reich to get in. Maybe it's just a chip and chase game tonight. Callie McDonald at the point. Tried to go back to Reich. That pass just a little too hard. Reich still fighting for that loose puck. Got it back up to McDonald. Played in the air and could not be held. It was bouncing at the line. 35 seconds left to go in the power play for St. Albert that has not been able to get anything going tonight. Clouston behind her net swings that around. Hall keeps it in. McDonald takes a knee there from Scurfield. Lisi's behind her net. Scurfield staring her down. Finds McDonald. 15 seconds left to go here on the power play. That pass played off the boards to Reich. Reich walks in, has Rhodes on the left side, lifts one. That one just missed the net. Tried to beat the goaltender Kieran upstairs. Both teams making changes now back to 5-on-5. It's Goodwin on the puck. Walks around Kaya Borbandi and speeds through Benko. Nice to see her back onto the ice. Tried to cut through the entire Raiders team, but Trotter uses that big stick to get in the way. Kaya Borbandi, pass to Pedam San. Centering feed for Benko, couldn't handle that one cleanly. Bogdan, gauge center and sends it in. Abby Borbandi on it. Picked off at center by Mepham. Pedam San stays with the play and she's got Benko. Pedam San lets that one go. Cleared on the line by Ross. Asha Cayley has it to Abby Borbandi, and Bogdan gets in the way of that one. Rocky Mountain Donovan came that close to pulling ahead here with less than 5 minutes to go.
Yeah, and Ross, thankfully, and it's Benko. It was almost like Pedam San knew exactly, hey, I'm going to throw it on net. If we can get a nice rebound, that's excellent. And Benko right on there, too, throwing it on. And, yeah, we saw a little opportunity there. Once again, the puck just over their glove, and no real good opportunity there. But, yeah, Pedam San throwing it on net, hoping for a rebound, getting a little bit there. And Ross stopping the absolutely dangerous Benko, who, welcome back, you know, hey, took a puck to the wrist, came right back out there. It's a tough player.
Quick shot off the face-off, and Kieran will get a redo here. And yeah, that's been the game plan for Rocky Mountain tonight. Is start playing bumper cars with Maltese's pads, and she's been kicking out some pretty big rebounds.
That's the blocker too. That's been really a big part of it. Has been the blocker, and threw it perfectly right on there.
Wiltshire couldn't handle that pass, but Pisani couldn't hold the line. Krausen cut off to the puck there by Brzezowski, using her size to separate. Trotter gains half and sends it in. Hobbs is going to get there first for the Raiders. Met by Pisani. St. Albert with 4 defenders working below the goal line. Lucky that puck never found the slot. Ingram and Schroeder battling for it. Pisani comes in to help out. Schroeder and McDonald now.
Yeah, that's almost that. Looks like another power play here but it's not. Yeah, really great pressure from Rocky Mountain, and it's, as mentioned, this has been absolutely a game of momentum and back and forth, and no, it's anybody's game in this last 3.5 minutes.
Pass intended for Ingram, picked off by Cadu. Cadu had herself a couple of chances. She's got Keyser down low, but that puck jumps off the stick, and that's been happening to Keyser a lot tonight. As Lisi's lets one go, tipped on, and Kieran scoops it up off the ice, and she'll take a whistle. And she's got some chirps for Keyser the other way. Those two having some choice words for one another.
Yeah, everybody kind of getting involved, having a quick chat this last hour. But yeah, a little trying to see if maybe there was a rebound there, but Kieran has been really doing a great job with that rebound control. Really, the only really weird opportunity was when she thought she covered it and the puck was wide open, but really good rebound control. She's been having a really good night.
Puck bounces on the slash. Matthews gets that one out. McKibben and Clouston moving in. Clouston takes a look at McKibben. She's going to try and hit her in the slot. Goes off the side of the goal to Keyser. Cadu trying to force the issues. Keyser. Cadu picks up that loose puck. She's got Boucher to her right. Cadu skating with it, trying to get some separation. Runs into a brick wall there, Borbandi, and a little bit of pushing and shoving from those two as they hit the ice. Matthews, chance to clear, turns it over to Cadu. Scurfield pokes that one ahead, but once again kept in by St. Albert. Slash looking to make a change here. New defenders out there. Rhodes hops over the boards as well. Matthews does get that one out of the zone, but immediately picked up by Kelsey Hall. Hall turning up ice. Hall trying to get in there. Left takes a shot and a save there by Kieran once again. And Hall and Santos some pushing and shoving after the whistle as well.
Yeah, Kieran giving even a little stick to the back of Hall, and yeah, really once again great rebound control, tracking the puck really well. Not dropping into that butterfly where typically that's when those rebounds happen. Really right to the chest and holding it down, and yeah, doing a really good job, staying nice and big.
That's some great positioning when you don't need to drop into the butterfly. You can trust your stance as well, and she's absorbed a lot of those shots, and the Slash have tried to go up high on her, maybe send a couple around the feet and see if the things will change. Scurfield turned it over to Rhodes, just going to punch it in low. Santos there first, pressured by Rhodes. Genesee Williams trying to get it out herself, but it's turned over to the captain, Reich. Reich, minute 48 left here to go. Hall in the center, didn't get all of that one. Williams and Reich battling once again. Kaya Borbandi, Kelsey Hall come into there as well. Genesee Williams sitting on top of the puck, and that will draw the whistle with a minute 36 left here to play. And Donovan, it looks like we're almost heading to overtime here.
Yeah, it wouldn't shock me the way that this game has gone. Of course, we need a little bit more of really, really solid hockey so far, and a really good, like, the start was a little shaky for the Slash, and they starting to get better and better, but this Raiders squad doing a really good job keeping pace and really not afraid to challenge this really fast Slash team.
McDonald has her shot blocked at the line. Ross is just going to send that one in below the goal line. Fight for it now, and her and Matthews getting a little bit of a collision. Bogdan covering back at the point, and it's Goodwin who has the puck on her stick. Gives it to Grinnell. Grinnell lets a quick one go on the doorstep. Rebound is still loose, but it's cleared in front. Kieran with two great saves there to keep her team up with just over a minute to go.
And of course, right there, Goodwin, who's been easily the Slash's best player tonight.
Grinnell pokes that one ahead to Bogdan, lets it go, and that one went off the foot of Elliott. What an opportunity there for the Slash. Unable to capitalize. They got less than a minute to go now in the third. This one's tied at 1. Ross, dangerous play there, but got it ahead to Keyser. Over to Cadu. Keyser had to get around the referee. Santos is there pinning the puck. Borbandi swings that ahead to Raquel Ingram, but Lises turns that puck over. Lises below the goal line for Cadu. Tried to swing it in front for Keyser. 20 seconds left. Lises holds it in. Tried to go down low to Cadu once again. Boucher has it. She's going to look for Keyser in front. Had her back door, but just couldn't find the stick. 3 seconds left to play. Long flip on net. Maltese will stop that. And Donovan, we're heading to overtime. 3 periods have solved nothing. These teams dead even. 22-21 of the shots in favor of the Slash. Both teams a goal each on the board, and some good hockey here, and it's not going to stop yet.
Yeah, and it's been exactly that. It's been back and forth. Whenever you think that one team's going to get it, it immediately switches right back, and every time you almost think, okay, here we go, the Slash are getting that. They're building that momentum up. The Raiders, either a great penalty kill or a great clear, and then all of a sudden it's the Slash that are on their heels and kind of a little bit flat-footed. But yeah, it's been so far anybody's game.
Take a look here at some of the highlights from regulation. Borbandi, and these are the goals tonight. And it's Jocelyn Elliott from the point that opened things up here, and a tip shot on its way to the net. Still not sure if that went off of a Raider or off of a member of the Slash, but it didn't matter. That's where things got started tonight, and it was St. Albert that responded, and it was the two-headed monster, Goodwin and Bogdan. Ice in both their veins. Bogdan, a beautiful feed backdoor to Goodwin to tap that home, and Goodwin, great awareness to not give up on the play and wait for that pass. She was on the doorstep, willing and waiting.
Yeah, the only way that you can get a bat past Kieran was the most incredible pass that looked like a shot. And really both goalies tonight have been really, really solid, every fundamental. And, yeah, Kieran, great rebound control. Maltese making the saves when she needs to. Great pad work. And, yeah, overall it's exciting.
And most importantly, the streak continues.
Yeah, we saw that one opportunity. Of course, Jenna Goodwin right in that low slot, almost in the blue paint, throwing it on, but no doing as Kieran making those saves.
And you're going to see a lot of her out there. She's starting this overtime period. We got 5 minutes of 4-on-4 action. If that solves nothing, we will head into a shootout. Ross ahead to Goodwin. Goodwin working in against Trotter. She's picking up some steam, trying to go towards the net. Kieran holding that post well, and She hasn't given up an inch in net all night.
Yeah, she's been absolutely, it's one of the best players for the Raiders. It's been that first line, and it's been her. Simply incredible. Great when she needs to make those saves and not giving up those rebounds, which have always been almost the dagger that happens to most of those teams that go against the slash, is a bad rebound, but she's been perfect.
No, Rocky Mountain's done a great job of limiting the mistakes tonight, and they pick up an ever-important point in their chase against the Calgary Fire. They're now only 2 points back of them in the standings. It's Mepham overskates that puck a little bit, and Benko able to turn it over, but Ross, her partner, takes it right back. Being watched like Benko like a hawk, gets that one ahead to Mepham. Mepham and Hall not giving each other a lot of room to skate with, but now here comes Hall and she turns it over. Benko couldn't get that one past the line. Hall turning the other way, and Santos picks up the loose puck.
And that's been almost the story, too, for the Slash. Really, every bounce not going their way at all.
Abby Borbandi ahead to Kaya. Knocked off the puck, but Santos comes in and holds the line. Callie McDonald behind her own net. Pisani tried to set a bit of a pick, but Kaya Borbandi walked right through it. Pisani wheeling, crosses center, gains the blue line. Pisani still holding that puck from her knees. Decided, almost played it with the hand, but decided better of it. Trotter. Now ahead, Reich got a stick on it. Tried to go back to Pisani. That one goes right between her feet. A minute and a half gone from this extra period as Trotter walks in and her and Boucher collide. Referee's keeping the arms up, keep down. Ingram. Up top to Elliott. Elliott has Clausen in front. Elliott, room, tries the wrap around that one, hugged against the post. Mabel Maltese doing a tremendous job there. Won't get much closer than that for Jocelyn Elliott.
I don't know how that didn't even go in. Like, it looked like, yeah, she just had that wide open cage and just barely making it, not bouncing off either. And then, yeah, we got ourselves some pushing and shoving right there. Both teams, trying to do what they can to, Rocky Mountain especially, desperate for this next point to make it up in the standings.
Keyser in the draw against Hobbs. Tied up and eventually controlled by the Slash. It's Ross. Wiltshire tried to put the pressure on Ross. Couldn't get all that pass, but Keyser got in to disrupt it. Boucher now moving in 1-on-1 against Elliott. She has her legs taken out from underneath her. Elliott passed chest high to Wiltshire. She gave it a bump into the zone. Keyser tips one just out. Raiders looking to make changes. Scurfield out on the ice now, and she's got the puck. Scurfield lets it go. Ross blocked it. Santos tried to spin a shot off, but couldn't get it. Goodwin overskates the puck, and she's got it now. Ross tied up with a couple of Raiders. Goodwin trying to slip in behind the defense, and she does. Goodwin cutting towards the net, just poked off the puck. Tried to leave it for Mepham, and she just overskated that one. Kaya Borbandi coming all the way back, and how about that gamesmanship from Pisani back in her own zone? Was able to keep two Raiders pinned back there.
Yeah, why not? Let's get any opportunity that you can make happen. And, of course, Jenna Goodwin, once again, can't say enough good things about her. Almost getting one of the a really beautiful Lemieux-esque goal.
She is the electric factory tonight. She's had herself a heck of a game. She's got the lone goal for the Slash. Icing waved off, and Rhodes and Trotter in a fight for that puck. Rhodes loses the size battle, but gets it over to Reich. Reich, Ross up top. That shot is blocked. Benko has a chance to come the other way. Flips that one to center. Ross is going to have to wait for it to stop hopping before she gets it over to McDonald. Touch to head to Reich. Minute 10 left here to go. Callie McDonald walking in against three Raider players. Benko wins that battle. Lifts one off the boards and out. St. Albert offside, gonna have to touch back up. Pisani ahead to Schroeder. Schroeder and Hall, the offensive players out there for the Slash, and that one's punched back into their zone. Lisi's behind her net. Shakes off Clauston. 35 seconds left here to go. Schroeder looking to move that one up ahead to Hall. Bouncing puck for Hall. Walks in, tried to feed Schroeder. Absorbs a hit there from Abby Borbandi. Lisi's at the point, 20 seconds. Has Hall, left circle, Hall. Cutting to center, finds Pisani, backdoor, tried to let that one go. Bouncing puck on net, and Kieran will take the whistle as pushing and shoving gets underway in front of the Raider net.
Yeah, Schroeder did a little, that's been happening quite a bit for Ali Kieran, a little bit of a last-minute push on the glove, seeing maybe if the puck's loose. And, yeah, right there, Schroeder, you're like, hey, I'll just see what happens. And then, bam, you have yourself a penalty.
12 seconds left. St. Albert's Slash are going to get the power play. Actually, they're going to even things up. Lisi's is also going to hit the box as well, so 4-on-4 will remain. Always difficult when the person you're trying to send to the box is on the bench hiding.
Yeah, it's got to get away from it for a bit. And, of course, yeah, face-off will now be out of the zone. 12 seconds left. See if anything can happen.
Face-off won by St. Albert. They're going to put it into the Raiders' zone. Bogdan's going to give chase to that puck, but Trotter, their first moves it ahead to Ingram. Turned over to Goodwin. No time left. Lets a long one go, and Kieran will swallow that up.
Of course, Goodwin once again in that little of that action. Not giving up on the play either, and really, really good heads up. Aware, hey, there's time running out. Might as well throw it on net. So on her stomach, once again, everybody from the Slash has had a moment of a great play there, but no doing. And now we go to shootout.
Yeah, just catches an edge there. Probably the best chance of the overtime for the St. Albert Slash right at the end there.
Yeah, a couple of really good moments too. And of course, all of them Goodwin. Not enough great things to say, like doing a great job top to bottom.
And this is the second time these two teams go to the shootout here. The last time was back in October, and it was the Slash who walked away with a 3-2 win. Pedham Sand will be your first shooter for the Raiders. Doing a lap to pick up some speed. Sand moving in, keeps it on her forehand, fakes out the goaltender and puts it. Great move there by Pedham Sand. Used the speed, had Mabel Maltese moving from left to right, and then slid it in.
And then she bit too, as you see right there. Thought it was going to be 5-hole, but Pedham Sand really, really good. And I think that's also really been a big thing with the Raiders. It's been patience.
Allie Reich now, it's her turn. Reich moving in, stops up, tried to go upstairs, and just getting a stick on it is Kieran. Great save there by Allie Kieran.
Yeah, just once again, great follow, and not. It's really been, patience has been such a key factor here, and Kieran not biting, just someone to wait it out and waited till the very end.
Next shooter, Kyle Morbani almost lost the handle and rings that one off the bar. Raiders have been able to beat Maltese twice, but only once entered the net, and a chance almost lost as well. She bobbled that puck entering the zone, and now a chance to get things tied up here in overtime. It's Jenna Goodwin, and why not? Goodwin moving over to the right side. Takes a look upstairs.
Bar down. Oh, almost got the Gatorade bottle into the sky there, Wyatt. Of course, it's Jenna Goodwin that gets it. And you just see that, too, that confidence. And, it's like, I'm going to place it right there. Bing. And, yeah, going right there. Well done, Jenna Goodwin.
Haley Wiltshire up next for the Raiders. She got 2 goals and an assist on the season. Let's see what she does in the shootout. Moving in with a ton of speed. Trying the same move and puts it upstairs. Took a page out of Pedham Sand's book and roofs that one as well on Maltese. And now Jaden Bogdan has to score.
Yeah, that's the third straight attempt from the Raiders to go that glove side and beaten all 3 times. Luckily, the post was there to help Maltese on the second.
Bogdan with the game on her stick. Moving in the left side, fakes the goaltender, tried to go 5-hole and a save. Rocky Mountain wins. History's made, Donovan. I've been doing this for 2 years now. and I have finally called my first St. Albert / loss, but it wasn't regulation, so every team at least still picks up a point.
That's exactly it. You got to look at the positives somehow. But, yeah, really great game from the Raiders top to bottom. Did everything right. Really weren't afraid to challenge the Slash head on and got themselves a really hard-earned, well-played victory and played the same plan. They didn't panic when it looked like the Slash were gaining that momentum. They still stuck to it, and that typically happens to a lot of the teams that go against the Slash. You start to get overwhelmed, and then you start to grip the sticks. You start trying to throw pucks down the middle into the neutral zone, hoping for something, and then the Slash pick it up. But Raiders sticking to that plan, and absolutely great work tonight.
And the Raiders pick up the extra point. Now they only sit one back of the Calgary Fire for second in the AFHL, and give them some credit. They now move to 5-1 versus the Slash this season, but 4 of those 6 games have been 1-goal games, and this is the second one to enter the shootout. So these two are two teams that are neck and neck, really, when they play each other.
Yeah, and then that's it. Yeah, don't be shocked if we see these two teams going against each other again in the playoffs, because they have been absolutely great.
Well, that'll do it for us tonight, live from the Go Auto Arena. This is an ICU Video Productions Procast. My name is Wyatt Ziegler. I've been your play-by-play man tonight. Donovan Ekstrom, the lovely, the wonderful, he's my color guy. Rob Zitlau, he's our director. Alex Testowich, he's on the replays, and that'll do it tonight. We'll be back tomorrow when Rob Zitlau hops on the color, and Connor Toffin takes the play-by-play duties.